Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Edidion, and this is the Edidion channel or the Edidion podcast, where I talk about faith, gospel, lifestyle, and every other thing in between. Welcome back. How are you doing? How has your 2022 been? 2022, why do I feel like I have to give a big sigh after 2022? First, the year is a mouthful, 2022, 2022, not like 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. I don't know, or maybe it's just my mind. Do you think that 2022 is a mouthful? Whichever way, but 2022 is a promising year. I don't know, I just feel minus feeling. I have received words from God and everything. I know that 2022 is an amazing year, and I'm just asking you, how has your year been so far? I hope it has been amazing. I hope it has been good. So welcome back to my podcast. I know it's been a while I did this, and this is an episode where I'm doing in a car. This is not my car. Yes, I don't know why I feel the need to put that out there, but I'm just I just happened to be in this car, and I was like, I should, instead of waiting to have perfect lighting, perfect camera and everything, I have a good phone, I possibly have content, and I can still just do this. So that's why we're doing this from the car. So today I just want to touch on a few things that has been going on in my life. I'm sharing 3 things that I've found really helpful so far in 2020. So one of the first things I want to talk about is the gift of people, the gift of men. Before I even go to say what I want to say, there was actually a time in my life where I was constantly praying to God. I prayed to God that I needed people, I needed friends, I needed a family aside my own family. I just needed good people around me, and God really answered that prayer. And I just want to thank God for the gift of men. If you do not have good friends or family around you, seriously, what are you doing? I don't know if you can testify to this. Having people in your corner, having people that you can call your own, having people that can pray for you even when you are not ready to voice out what you're going through, that is such an amazing thing. So one thing I would like to maybe encourage you to pursue in this year 2020. So I know you have a list, I talked about vision board the last time. I know you have a list of things that you want to achieve this year, but I'm telling you, one of the things that will help you achieve what you want to achieve faster is the gift of men. You should have friends. When I say the gift of men, people are already like, oh, they need a pastor, a mentor. Everybody needs a mentor, everybody needs a pastor and everything. But what I'm talking about is aside pastors and men. It doesn't even have to be that serious. Just as simple as friendships between people in your age group, people outside your age group. I have amazing friends. If you're my friend and you're watching this, I so much appreciate you, and I pray for you that God blesses you. You've been such a huge blessing in my life. Thank you for always praying for me. Thank you for always being there for me and with me, and minus the spirituality, good friendships will keep you grounded. Even when you're too serious and you're trying to do things on your own, good friendships can remind you why we are doing this, and fun can be a part of this as well. So that's one thing I'd like to encourage you to pursue. I don't even know if that makes sense, but let's just keep pushing. So the second thing I want to talk about that has been going on with me in 2022 is waiting on God. No, I'm not talking about fasting. I'm legit talking about when you need something and God is wait for it. I don't know if anybody can ever master the act of waiting on God. It's a lot, guys. I don't know. Please, if you have waited on God before and you have tips on how to wait on God, please share it in the comment section. Share it anywhere you're listening to this or watching this from, because a girl needs help. Yes, a girl needs help. It's not that deep. It's not like I'm not doing a good job. I'm not saying I'm doing a good job, but we're trusting the Holy Spirit and we are pushing, and God is helping us, yes. But I'm trying to tell you that in this year 2020, so I know you're expecting a lot this year, you're expecting so much, but one thing you should be conscious of is that you might have to wait on God. You know how people say good things take time? Sometimes good things really do take time. you might want something like right now, and God is telling you, wait for me, wait for it this period. And it may not make sense to a lot of people around you. You know, I talked about the gift of men earlier on, but the truth is that some journeys that God is taking you on may not be understandable, or may not be easily understood by some of these men that God has placed in your life. And it's not a bad thing. One thing you should remember is that it comes from a place of good intentions. Yes, I always emphasize that. Like, most opinions that people give come from a place of good intentions. It's now my decision to take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. I don't even know why I did that. But back to what I was saying. Whoosh. God help me. But back to what I was saying. Like, what was I saying? Oh no, I didn't lose track of the. Okay, back to what you're saying. Have I said that like 3 times? I'm digressing, and this is taking a lot. And why do I feel the need to voice out my digression? I don't know, but that's the detail. Welcome to my real life. But like, legit, back to what I was saying. Some of the things that God is telling you to wait for, people may not see why you're waiting for it. People may not understand. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, especially, okay, imagine this. You have a step in life that God is leading you to, and every other person around you feels you should be taking this other step. Like, this is a step everybody follows, so you should be following what they're asking you to do. But then God had told you in your secret place that this is what I want for you, but you're going to have to wait for it. And that's why I feel this year is for a lot of us. We are going to have to wait for God to take us to where He wants us to be. But with these other good people around you, they may not see it, and that's not a problem. But you remember what God told you, and I want to encourage you, whatever it is that God had told you to wait on Him for, my dears, please wait. Because waiting on God, it may seem hard, but one thing I always remind myself when I'm waiting on God is the fact that in a few days or weeks or months from today, when I'm actually in what God asked me to wait for, I won't even remember this waiting period. I won't even remember like my anxiety. And the truth is that most of the things that worry us during our waiting period is fear and anxiety. We're like, will God do it? What if He doesn't do it? What am I going to do in my life and all that? But chill, guys. God is amazing. God is awesome. And most importantly, God is the Almighty. If He had told you to wait on Him, He's definitely going to do it. So don't forget, like I asked, if you have tips on how you wait on God, I'd like to know, how do you usually wait on God? Personally, when I'm waiting on God, I try to wait on God. Like, that leads me to the next thing I want to talk about for 2022, dwelling in the secret place of God. Yes, it's cliche, I know, right? We say it every day. But truthfully, one thing I find really helpful while waiting on God is dwelling in the secret place. Because if God had told me something, it's easier for me to wait for it in His presence, where I'm constantly being reminded of who He is, what He has done in the past, than for me to wait for Him afar off. Because once I drift afar off, then those fears and doubts and anxiety seem to overwhelm me, and then people's suggestions and opinions seem to overwhelm me. So one thing I find out is that waiting in the secret place of God really helps. It helps a whole lot. Like, seriously, guys, you should take the secret place of God really seriously. You get instructions on how to wait. You get lead-ins on where to wait, who to listen to, what to... I don't know. This is a whole lot, and I'm not here to preach. But I'm just legit sharing like 3 things that are helpful. And like I told this in my car, so I'm about to end this video, guys. So have fun, take care, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. You've entered my video.